Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John. I am in my sipping den. It's the greatest place in the world to be. I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol here. Everything that has anything to do with alcohol. Do it all. I also do my famous Sunday morning coffee reviews. Now, why? Why do I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol? Because I can. Because I can. Yeah. And you know what's amazing? I do all these reviews of all these products, all these categories, with half my taste buds tied behind my back to make it fair. So give me a sub. Oh, and if it sounds overwhelming, it's not. I have one of the most extensive, easy to locate playlists. I mean, you know where to locate it. But the way I have them laid out spells out everything for you. You start looking at those playlists, you'll find all the things you like. You hit it, boom. Even subcategories, so I make it so easy to find all the things you'll be looking for. This is a one-stop channel right here, right? I give you everything right here. Now, one of the things I do, of course, is Scotch, because I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. And I like Glenmorangie. So you know they came out with a new one, right? You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title of this. Look at it. Look at that cool package. Glenmorangie, yes sir. Look at that. Oh, limited edition. Glenmorangie Tail winner. This Glenmorangie limited edition belongs to, and you can write it on there. You know, if I give it for a gift. Yeah, I give it to myself. I actually saw this in another city, in another state. And for some reason I didn't buy it. And then I left and got home and I'm like, what if I can't find this here? I'm going to be so mad because I just want to try. I'm dying to try this. Luckily I did find it. It's a little over $100. The cool thing about this is it is 13 years old. It is aged in ex-bourbon casks, as is 95% of Scotch, Irish whiskey, Japanese whiskey. Believe it or not. Not what I said. Yeah, it's in the 90s. But then it is finished in Marsala, fortified wine casks. And Marsala is a fortified wine that can be either dry or sweet. And it comes from the city of Marsala in Sicily, Italy. It is similar to sherry port, depending on the style. It is used a lot in cooking. All right, you might have had Marsala chicken. It is also good to sit by itself. The English actually started making it popular in the 1700s. Of course, they made port and sherry popular when they went to the war with France and they couldn't get the wines from France. They didn't want to buy them, so they went to Spain, and that's how fortified wine ports were made, so that they would not go bad. The higher alcohol, surviving the longer trip from Spain to England. Anyhow, I've been wanting to try it. So, what's cool about it, looks like a winter sweater, right? Knitted. And it has the feel of a knitted sweater, believe it or not. Kind of pops on the shelf. Now, open her up, same thing. Got the same feel on the label. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. It's, you know, it pops. Beautiful color. Might be fake. Don't know. Bourbon and Marsala will give it this color. All right, if you finish it in those casks / barrels. But soul food coloring. I don't know. Let's open it. It's 46 ABV, 92 proof. Not bad. All right, what do I got? Oh, all right. This will change. This will change as I'm drinking, right? This is freshly opened, right? And as a month or two goes by, right, it's going to be a little different. But for now, I'm going to do it right out of the freshly. I like this juice, man. I like Glenmorangie. I've done quite a few on my channel. Now, the first comment on this video will be pinned, so it'll be the first one. And it will have a link to my Scotch reviews, my Scotch whiskey reviews. Yeah, so you just click on that and you see all the Glenmorangie and everything else I've done that has to do with Scotch. But you look at that playlist, all right? Yeah. You'll never go anywhere else. No need to. There it is. Means nothing, but it's pretty to look at. Color that is. Alright. The main thing is the smell and the taste, right? The smell and the taste. I like the Marsala because it's not a common finish. And cheers to Scotch, man. I'm glad that bourbon's finally getting into finishing in secondary barrels. About time. Cheers to Scotch for being the first to do it that I know of. At least they've been doing it for, I don't know, 150 years or more. So I told you 13 years plus the finishing. Don't know how long the finishing is. So it's supposed to remind you of winter. Now, we've all had winter Christmas beverages, beers, right? They're always potpourri-esque. They're always certain spices that you think about when it's Christmas. So we'll see if this hits it. Now, all I want is to be good, taste good. If this was the United States, this thing would taste like have some kind of pumpkin pie spices in it, right? Because we're big on pumpkins here. But it's coming from Scotland. All right, just letting it open a little bit. So, tell you what, it's not lacking flavor. All right, put that to you right damn now. Wow, I got to figure this out, man. Because I got hit in the nose like by a flurry of Muhammad Ali punches, and each one of them was a flavor. Man. There is orange candy, candied orange, whatever. Cocoa, toffee, nuts, vegetative. Sugar, honey, sweet. Lot. I don't want to make this an hour long. I'm going to sit here for a while after this is over, and I'll pick out stuff, and I'll be mad I wasn't able to. Let me just say this. Doesn't matter if I pick out stuff half hour from now as this opens up. The main thing is to tell you that there is a lot of smell coming. I haven't tasted it yet, but the smell is just overwhelming with all the things coming out of it. I mean, and it does have the traditional baking spices in it. Yeah, cinnamon. I just had a beer with clove in it. Or it had a clove. It was a Belgian ale. And this one I'm recognizing the clove. Orange. Real good. I could probably sit here, like I said, for a long time picking it out. A lot going on. Hit the flavor. Now my first sip's going to be an acclimation sip. I'm not going to pay attention to the flavor. I'm just going to acclimate my mouth to the alcohol and to the whiskey itself. An acclimation sip. Not even pay attention to the flavor. Nothing. But you know what? I will on this one. Oh, yeah. Always getting the scotchy peat, but this is light. This is a light peat. But if you didn't know what you were drinking, you'd guess it was Scotch if you've had any experience with whiskey. But it has just kissed, which it should. No real smoke on it. No, I'd say I liked it. Now, getting past that first little peatiness, which I love. And it's just very light, so that it's not going to overpower anything. It's got a real buttery taste and feel to it. You ever have a hot warm roll with butter with cinnamon swirled through it on a roll? A biscuit, or not a biscuit, you know, like a yeast roll. That's one of the flavors in here. It's good. Oh, yeah, I like that. It's got fruit in here. It's got orange. Maybe the slightest just kiss of banana. It's got a nuttiness to it. That cinnamon with that butter. You know what else? How about this? I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it even better. Because I've had honey swirled butter. This is like a honey cinnamon swirled butter on a delicious yeast roll. And then it has a fruity element to it. Mainly an orange. Maybe a kiss of banana. A dusting of cocoa, just a dusting. Candied orange with a dusting. I like this thing, man. Got a bitter finish. It's got a you know, the wood finished. A little bit of that tannin and that bitterness, which bounces out that sweetness up front. It's amazing. It's 100% malted barley, and of course their yeast, and of course the barrels, right? The bourbon and the Marsala. So it's imparted there's a lot going on, man. It's like a hot. Let me see. It's a hot ginger. Ginger could be hot. So it's like ginger that's fresh because it's hot. It's not overwhelming with the taste, but just a hot ginger kind of background. I could pick this out. I'm probably going to visit this in a little bit. I mean a little bit, like, I don't know, a week or something. And just let the air hit it a little bit and really sit down the den here and enjoy this. And pick out a lot of stuff. So since you won't be around when I pick out all this new stuff, and I will, it always happens, let me just say that the smell is just loaded. The taste buds are just loaded, and you're going to get a lot of things. And it's one to sip and relax and just let it evolve in the glass as if you're a nerd like me, as you pick, you might just, I don't know what you do. But me, I'm always picking stuff out and letting it develop and seeing how it changes. Part of the enjoyment I get out of it. And since this one's so packed, full of flavor, and I know it's going to give me a lot of entertainment in my weird world, as I relax down here, it's worth the money to me because it is complex. Now I'm going to have to put a little more because I got to try it with some water and see if it changes it. No. Poor me. You know. Oh, almost spilled my water. Sorry. It's not hard to get. Alright, so let me put a little water in here. Just a little water. And I mean a little. Alright, because I don't have that much. I don't have that much, so I'm just put a salt there. That's perfect. Alright, not a lot, no. But a little. I feel like it's brought out a honey note. Candy. Brought out sweetness. Definitely. Kind of like those German almonds. You ever had those? They call them German almonds here. I don't know if they even have it. But they're kind of like a sweet almond, and they have them at like places, and then they're hot, and they smelt, and oh, it's so good. They're like candied. Oh. Wow. It has really brought out the sweetness. And remember that bitterness on the back? That minute's gone. Wow. Very sweet, very candied. Now it's a sweet cinnamon, it's a sweeter ginger. You're still getting those tastes, but they're just sweeter. It took away a lot of the spice, the heat, the bitterness. Made it better. Now just a little, well, in my opinion. Cube, slow melting. And the cube's good because as it melts and it changes it slowly, you can just pick out the different changes. And then when it starts getting diluted, or when it hits a sweet spot, you can take the ice out and you're there. Or you could just let it dilute it past where it's, where it's now it's getting in negatives, and then just finish it and take it all the way till it's natural end. It's good. I like this. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I do like this. I like this expression. Now, I'm a fan of Glenmorangie, but they come out with something that's crap, and I was going to rip this up. It was no good because, 100, 105, I think I paid. Before tax is not a joke. It's not crazy, but it's not a joke. So anyway, it hits. There's a story that goes along with this. It's fine. I bore you with that crap. All we care about is if it smells good and it tastes good. What the proof is, whether or not it's chill filtered or colored, I don't know that. I think it is chill filtered anyway. I don't know though. I don't really care. I just care what it smells and tastes like. And that Marsala, yeah, Marsala's done a nice number on this. If you're not familiar with Marsala, that'd be a good time to go out and get you a bottle, get you a good one for sipping, and try it. It's like a port. You just sip it real nice, especially if it's winter where you're at. It's cold. It's a nice drink to have. It's kind of like port, and you can always cook with it, right? Reduce it down, make a nice glaze. That's all I got. Anyway, I enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. I know I took some time on this, but it's very good, and I know it's going to keep changing, and I wanted to catch as much as I could before I quote-unquote hung up on you. Anyway, give me a sub and let me know what you think of this. And I'm glad I got a bottle of it. I was worried about it, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is the closest I can come to share one with you, right? Because when people come to this den, everything I have, I'm looking at a bunch of bottles. Bunch of bottles, bunch of bottles, bunch of bottles, bunch of bottles. But that would be full to the brim if I didn't have them spread out, but I have them by category. Anyway, with very few exceptions, you just pour what you want. Enjoy yourself. Have fun, right? Have fun. You have TV, music, the pool table, whatever. And people are doing what they're going to do, right? Welcome to it all. See you on the next one. Bye.